Hello Cancer, welcome to your January 2020 reading with a peek ahead at the coming year. Special welcome to my podcast listeners on Spotify and Apple. Welcome, my name is Michelle. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. I have my yearly 2020 forecast up on the channel. I'll be linking those below in the descriptions box. So if you're interested, you can, for my podcast listeners, you can find my channel on YouTube, Gypsy Insights by Michelle. Let's get started. Kindred partnership, and we also have the card of the wise owl. So lessons. Cancer, it seems like 2020 for you is going to be all about gaining the wisdom, about partnerships, about relationships. Now, of course, when we think about growth, I always think about threes in tarot. And threes are all about expansion, learning, growing as a result of experience. And even in the darkest times, well, it's actually during the darkest times that we grow the most, that we learn the most. If things were all hunky-dory for everybody all the time, we would never grow as people. So there's an energy around this of going through some difficult times, Cancer. It could be potentially a breakup here. Now, you may have already experienced this and you may be having difficulty learning from it. The energy around kindred partnership reveals some kind of separation. Someone or something that has been a part of your life is drifting away. It could be as simple as physical distance from a loved one, or it could be more severe. There may be a total breakup, a separation from a family member or a good friend, or even a legal dispute, Cancer. Of course, it's an emotional time, so make sure you take some time to love yourself through it. Such experiences call for you to partner with yourself in determining your own future. Now, this separation could be of your own choice as well, or it could come from out of the blue. Either way, there's a time for grieving, to vent emotions of loss, anger or hurt. And follow that up, of course, with the energy of release, some kind of empowerment, letting go of negative energies, reclaiming your own personal power and your peace of mind. This is so that you can have loving connections come into your life in the future without blocking them. Now, when we think of the owl, of course, we think about wisdom, an ancient symbol related to Athena. The Greeks, of course, gave the name to their harbour city, Athens. So the ancient Greeks loved Athena, and many temples were built in her honour. A goddess with many attributes, she of course symbolises wisdom in modern day energy. Now, when we talk about wisdom, here it's about opening your eyes, seeing what's really there, looking for the whole truth. Where you perhaps have seen only a part of the truth in the past, this is about seeing everything that you need to see. Through experience, of course, we gain the wisdom to not make the same mistakes again. So looking through wise eyes at past history, at past relationships, so that we don't do the same thing again. Developing your learning, your intelligence. It's never wasted. So 2020 here, although there may be times where it's difficult, don't ever feel that the time here is wasted, or that you'd rather not be experiencing this, because it's something that's necessary in order for you to reach a state of being wiser about your partnerships in the future, Cancer. So let's see where this goes. Of course, if this one isn't resonating, please be sure to check your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Some of these readings are more love-oriented, others are more career. So do check out all of the particular facets of your chart here to see where everything relates together. Let's take a look. We've got the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Could be you, could be somebody else around you. Of course, Cancer is a water sign. So let's get some shuffling here. I do feel it's you, though, that is grieving the loss and ending, feeling a sense of lack, not having what you want in your life. You're having to go back to the drawing board here, reprioritize your life, Cancer. You're looking back at the past, you're looking back at what hasn't worked for you, and I feel like there's some realizations, some truths coming out. So let's see where this goes for you for January 2020 for Cancer. We'll pull some cards. Don't forget I have the yearly forecast in the box below, and that's about an hour reading, so if this one resonates, please do check that out. I go month by month, and it's quite in depth for the coming year. For my podcast listeners, of course, you can find that under my YouTube channel, Gypsy Insights by Michelle. Let's take a look. I'm going to pull over all of these cards, Cancer. We're starting with the Empress in reverse. There's that sense of lack. And the Eight of Cups. We do have the Nine of Wands in reverse. The Chariot. Ace of Swords. King of Swords in reverse. Nine of Swords. Justice in reverse. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Two of Swords in reverse. Two of Wands in reverse. And the Page of Swords. Okay. Let's get started. We'll start with the Empress and the Eight of Cups. So for you, it's recognizing the need to walk away from how you've been feeling about yourself. Whenever I see the Empress in reverse, I feel it's an energy of not feeling that you can create the type of life that you want, because of a sense of lack. Now that lack could be how you're perceiving yourself. Perhaps you're not valuing your uniqueness, your unique talents, your capabilities. Perhaps you feel bad about yourself, Cancer. Perhaps you feel a sense of inadequacy. Or there may even be a sense of jealousy or envy towards another. I'm also picking that up. I feel it's more of that energy, actually. I feel like this is a situation where there has been unrequited love. I think that there may be a situation here, Cancer, where someone's partnered. And because you have felt that this person has not put you as a priority, that you have felt less than in some way. And because of this realization, I feel you're walking away from this past relationship. You are letting it go, which is a good thing, Cancer, for your own sake. The Nine of Wands in reverse and the Chariot. I feel that for a long time you have held on to hope, the possibility of being with this person, but it gets to the point where you give up. You no longer feel it's worth holding on to this. Because why? Because I feel it's hurting you. It's a three-party situation. I feel that there's somebody else involved here. When we look at the Ace of Swords and the King of Swords in reverse, I'm picking this up as the other person. It's having a realization about this person. It could be an air sign that we're talking about here. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, male or female. But you've had this breakthrough, this moment, this aha moment where you see the truth. You see the truth about this, whereas before you only saw a bit of it. I feel that this person was actually being quite disingenuous, because they may have led you down a pathway here, made you believe something that was not true. But now you see the truth, you have this understanding, you've seen it with your own eyes, Cancer. You've seen it with your own eyes, and it's not just based on what this person is telling you. And so now you know. Now you know. So you've had some kind of unrequited situation where the other person has maybe given you some crumbs, kind of fed you enough to keep stringing you along. But I think that you've seen this person. You've seen the truth. You may have seen these people together or something like that, where now you think to yourself, okay, I get it now. I have to walk away from this for my own sake. Now, of course, there's still hurt involved with this, Cancer. We've got the Nine of Swords and the Justice in reverse. So for you, it just feels like things don't go your way. And there's the danger, Cancer, of you starting to think to yourself, well, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just going for the wrong people. Maybe I just can't seem to attract what I want in my life with this Empress in reverse. Truly, I think it's not really about what you can manifest. It's your belief in the possibility of you manifesting what you want. I think that you've actually, in some way, kind of sabotaged yourself here by going towards someone who's already partnered. So you're coming from a place where it's unlikely that you'll get what you want anyway. It's like you're starting to think, well, I'm just going to fail because I seem to choose the wrong people. And yet you're repeating a cycle, doing it again, choosing another person who's partnered or someone that you can't have. And then feeling bad about it, but it's like you beat yourself up about the experience. But rather than do that, Cancer, it's a two-way street here, because it seems like this person did kind of give you something, enough to keep you there, or keep you hopeful that they would come towards you. But they're not coming towards you. And now that you've seen the reality, you've seen them out, wherever you've seen this person, you now have this understanding that this isn't going to happen the way you want it to happen. There's wisdom in this. So don't feel that time has been wasted. I feel like this is going to stop you from going towards people who are unattainable, emotionally unavailable people who are partnered, people who you can't have. This is you having a realization of, okay, maybe I should rethink the type of relationship I want and who I want in my life. With the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Two of Swords in reverse, I get this as you seeing the truth and what hasn't worked for you in the past. You keep going after things, Cancer, that aren't attainable. And thereby there's a sense of loss here. I also get the sense that some of you Cancers may be partnered as well. So not only have you gone after someone who's partnered, but you also have a partner. So there's a sense of greed, a sense of wanting more than what you have, believing that the grass is greener, having jealousy and envy towards another individual's spouse or partner, and wanting what that person has or what you feel that should be yours. So there's that element around this too, Cancer. A little bit difficult energy, but I see this as you ripping that blindfold off and recognizing what isn't working in your life. Now this is bringing up some conflict, because I do think that some of you feel that this person that you have unrequited love for has lied to you, or has somehow misrepresented their circumstances. Okay, now the Two of Wands in reverse and the Page of Swords. I get this as you reaching out to this person. I think you want to have a conversation. You want to know where this is going. What has this been all about? What is this all about, you're saying to this person? Are you with this partner that I've seen you out with, or are you with me? What do you want? So it's like you're giving some kind of ultimatum to this person. You've wanted to keep things peaceful. You've been satisfied with keeping things as they are in the past. But now that you've seen the truth here, you have this understanding that this person's lied to you. I get you confronting this individual. You may have seen something on social media. There may be some gossip, something that you've learned, and you want to know the truth. You want to know the truth. What is this? Where is this going? So for you, 2020, it looks a little bit rough. I get that you've had unrequited love for someone. You've held out hope that this could possibly come to pass, but they're partnered. I feel that there has been some kind of misrepresentation of that partnership. You now are understanding the truth of it, that perhaps it's not as bad as this person has made out to you. And now you're needing to know, you want answers here in January. You want to know whether there is any kind of possibility with this person or whether you have to let it go. So don't ever feel that this is wasted, Cancer. That's the energy I'm getting. Because this is going to provide you with wisdom. Of course, you would prefer it would work out in your favor, and I get that. But it seems like this situation in particular is there as a learning experience for you to recognize a pattern when it comes to relationships and what hasn't worked for you in the past. So you can really rethink, reprioritize what's important in your life, especially for you Cancers who already are partnered and are wanting more. And I get that for some of you. And you're seeing this as something that could potentially, I get grass is greener, something that would be better than your current partner. A need to look at that, and perhaps a need to look at whether or not it truly is as bad as you think, is what I'm getting. But we'll see where this goes in the yearly forecast. I hope that you join me there. The link is below in the descriptions box, and that will be available on the Vimeo channel. It's another hour reading, so I'll be pulling out cards for each month of the year, going quite in depth. And we'll be looking at how you can open your heart and your life to more loving connections. Because Cancer, you do deserve love and you do deserve to be loved. So what isn't working in your life? Why do you feel a sense for more? Why have you reached out to someone who's unattainable in order to give it to you? Because I feel for you, love will be available the sooner you learn this lesson. Looking for love in all the wrong places, that's really what I'm getting around this. In order for you to have a deep, loving connection, it's about you recognizing past patterns, letting go of those, and doing something new, doing something different, so that you don't attract what you feel you're attracting, which is things that go badly for you, things that are unfair, inequality, one-sided relationships. Because I get that this person may have led you on, they may have lied, they may have exaggerated. Something that you thought was one way turns out to be another, and you're now wanting answers. What was this all about? Why did you make it seem this way when it's not actually that way? Okay, so let's see where this goes, Cancer. Again, the link for the 2020 yearly forecast is in the descriptions box below. And for my podcast listeners on Apple and Spotify, thanks for listening. And please be sure to check out my YouTube channel, Gypsy Insights by Michelle. Wishing you the best with this, Cancer. Happy New Year, and I will speak to you again very soon. Bye for now.